Hi, this is Kay with Around the House with Kay and Tom. Today I'm going to make a very simple meatloaf. I'm going to use a pound of hamburger, well, it's just a little bit over a pound. I'm going to use a can of tomato soup, onions, 2 eggs, green pepper, and some Quaker Oats. And we're going to get started, and I'm going to have this for dinner, so I better get a move on it. Okay, I've got the 2 eggs beat up. I got it in here. Now I'm going to take this Campbell's tomato soup. You know, they used to have this recipe on the back of this Campbell's thing, but now they've got, oh, this one here even actually has the meatloaf on the back of it. A little bit different than what I'm doing, but that's okay. So we're going to take I'll put half of it in there, or maybe 3/4 of it in there, and just squish it all together and make sure that you mix it real good. Now, does that not look like meatloaf to you? Like I was saying, on the back of this can, they actually do have I didn't know they started putting it back on there, but they used to have the meatloaf recipe on the back of the Campbell soup can, and that's really good. That's a good meatloaf too. But I didn't look at that can before I got started. I have made this so much I can make it with my eyes shut just about. So what you do next is we're going to put it in a pan and put on a bowl and put it in the oven. I know I have a regular meatloaf pan, but I have such a hard time getting my meatloaf out after it's done and putting it on a nice serving dish. Some people just go ahead and serve it right out of that, but I never have liked to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray that with Pam just a little bit. This dish I've got. Since I made such a mess with those gloves, I just put me on another pair right quick. Because what you're going to do is you're going to make it like a loaf. You roll it around until it looks like a loaf. And just put it down in the pan. In the dish. Just make sure that it's mixed good together, because if it's not, you're going to have holes in your meatloaf. And I like a solid like meatloaf. Of course, I don't want the love in the meatloaf, cooking with the meatloaf. It almost came off right then. So we'll pick it back up. Now, that's better. And all you do is you set it down in the bowl. I don't know why I keep saying bowl, but it's really just a casserole dish. And you sort of make it like it would be in a loaf. There we go. Very good. I'll put a little bit more of the tomato soup on top of it. Now when this gets just about done, I will take a little bit more tomato soup and put on the top of it. And sometimes I will just put a little dab of ketchup on top, because I do like mine tomatoey. There we go. There. You can cover it with the lid that goes with this, or you can take a piece of aluminum foil and just cover it up. And then when it gets just a little bit done, I will take the aluminum foil off and let it finish cooking without anything on it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it over here and put it in my preheated oven. Yep, it tells me it's 375, and we'll look at it again in just a few moments. I do usually let it cook at least 20 minutes before I open it up and look at it. And you can tell if it's when it's getting close to being done. And then we'll go to the next step and put a little bit more of tomato soup on it or ketchup. And it will be ready to serve. Make you some some cream potatoes, and you are all set for a good meal. So let's wait just a little bit and I'll be back. I appreciate you watching my channel. I appreciate your comments. Matter of fact, what made me think of a meatloaf is I got a comment from somebody saying they had tried something I had ate, but could I just do an old-fashioned meatloaf for him? So this is what I'm doing. And again, I appreciate you watching Around the House with Kay and Tom. I hope you subscribe. And so let's give it time to cook. Well, it has now been 20 minutes. Let's just see what it looks like. Just remember, when you lift this up, always take it off of the back first to keep the steam from hitting you in the face. Oh, we spread it out a little bit, but hey, it's getting there. Let's just see if it's any ways. It likes a little more ways to go. So I'm going to put it back in the oven, but this time I'm not going to put the cover on it. I'm just going to put it in there like this. But it's beginning to really look good. It does look like I could have mashed it up a little bit tighter in a more of a uniform, like you do a meatloaf, but hey, we'll eat it. That will be fine. I'll come back and show you again in just a few minutes. I'm going to let it cook for about 10 more minutes. Then I'll come back and talk to you. And again, this is Kay and Tom, Around the House with Kay and Tom. Please subscribe to our channel, and we appreciate all your comments. So I'll be right back. Boy, that's really looking good. I'm going to let it cook just a few more seconds, and then I'm going to put the topping on it, and we'll be ready to eat. Okay, I took it out of the oven, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put just whatever's left of this tomato soup up here on top. And I'm going to put a little bit of ketchup, and then we're going to put it back in the oven and let it cook for about 5 minutes. And it will be all ready to eat. Boy, it looks like it messed up my bowl, but you know what? Believe it or not, once I take this meatloaf out and just run some water in that, since I sprayed it with Pam before I put the meat in there, it's no problem whatsoever. And like I say, it's so much easier to get it out of this and put it on a platter than it is to try to cut it, to me, out of one of your dishes that you actually, meatloaf dish. But I guess to each his own, but that just happens to be what I like to do. So I will come back and look at the finished product in about 5 minutes. Okay, here's the finished meatloaf. Doesn't it look tasty? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut a slice, and let's just see what it looks like. I need a fork. I'm not doing very good picking it up. I know that with this knife. I shouldn't have tried picking it up with a knife. And as you can see, it is done. And it is definitely done. It looks really, really good to me. And I haven't had meatloaf in quite a while. So I'm going to do like Tom always did when he cooked anything. Before he turned off the camera, he says you always have to taste your food. So, very, very good. A little warm, but very good. And again, this is Around the House with Kay and Tom. I hope you will join our channel and subscribe and come back to see us real soon. And try this meatloaf. It is really good. Okay, until next time that we meet again, I hope you have a good day. And thank you for watching my channel. And I will just see you around. Bye.